molecule. Can you give me technically how you can derive what nutritional supplements and vitamins and so forth they need from a DNA molecule? I realize that the body is made up of, the DNA determines everything about you, your hair color, your eye color, your muscle tone, maybe your nutritional needs, but how in the world do you get the absolute single or multi-use of these vitamins and everything from a DNA molecule? I don't know how it would be done, but you're going to tell me, I hope.
Yes, I am. Science, ever since the Human Genome Panel, has worked at developing an understanding of the function of every gene in the body. They also have developed an understanding of what the impact is of variants on those genes. The variants are the SNPs, or single nucleotide polymorphisms. The little ladder steps in the gene are pairs of the nucleotides. They're about 1/1,000,000 of an inch across, and they always come in pairs. And so a single gene, which is simply a piece of the DNA strand, has thousands of these pairs in it, and that's what makes up basically what the instruction manual is for that gene. And so in its optimal...
the adenine, the thymine, the guanine, the cytosine, and so forth.
There's only four molecules that make up the nucleotides, but because there's thousands of pairs, it's like an alphabet with 4 letters in it, but they're in such immensely complicated combinations, the gene is unique. Now, there's an optimal configuration of the gene, and then there's suboptimal configurations. If any of those nucleotides are in different places or are substituted, if one of those organic molecules is substituted for a different one in a specific spot, it would be like changing a letter in a word. So if you had Mississippi spelled correctly, and then you decided to spell it Mississippi, if you change the 3 for the 2 and that sort of thing, you've changed around the molecules. It changes the function of the gene. So basically, science has determined the function of the genes, and then it has determined through extensive research and clinical trials what the change in the function is as a result of the SNPs. And we simply look for genes and SNPs where some corrective action could be taken nutritionally as opposed to with drugs, or opposed to maybe no fix at all. I mean, there's DNA out there that there's genes that tell you you're going to get a disease, and that's it, like the BRCA gene. There's genes out there that tell you need a particular drug, then that's what you need. We're just looking at the ones that can be offset or supported nutritionally. Now, the way to understand this is by example. Here's an example. The VDR gene, as a variant that we look for, the VDR gene essentially determines how efficiently your body utilizes vitamin D3. Now, D3 does not primarily come from your diet. It comes from exposure to the sun. It's made in your skin. Your body absorbs it and uses it. But if you have these SNPs that we're looking for, your body's efficiency with vitamin D is dramatically reduced. If you have both SNPs from both parents, your ability to process D3 could be reduced as much as 60 or 70%. What that means is your body will always, for your entire life, need more D3 than the next guy, because you have to overwhelm your system to compensate for those SNPs if our test shows that you have them. Now, further science has indicated people with those SNPs have a specific area of D deficiency, which is even more specific, and that's bone density. People with these SNPs tend to long-term have bone density issues, so we not only give you D3, we give you K vitamins and calcium, because they all work together. They're all cofactors to work together to support optimal bone health. So the test finds your VDR gene. If it finds the SNPs, we add the ingredients for that SNP. It moves on to the next one. If we find that you have SNPs on the gene that influences blood pressure, then we add ingredients that have been validated to support blood pressure. Then we go to the one with cholesterol. If we find you have SNPs on the one that is suboptimal or less than optimal in helping your body maintain cholesterol, then we give you ingredients that support healthy cholesterol. Now, in some cases, the ingredients we're giving you actually changes the expression of the gene. That's called epigenetics. So let's say we can epigenetically affect a gene. We're either going to be dialing up or dialing down its performance to make it more optimal. In other cases, like the VDR gene, we can't change that gene. We can't make your body process D3 better, so we simply substitute by adding the ingredients to your formula that your body needs anyway, because your body's not going to be able to utilize it in the normal fashion. So either through substitution or through epigenetic influence, we put ingredients in that add support to your bodily functions in every area where you have the polymorphisms or the SNPs. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. Wow.
It does if the body can process, even receive the things that you're putting into this body.
Yes. We choose ingredients where there's also science that shows these ingredients are usable, they're bioidentical, they're bioavailable, and they do in fact have also clinical studies that show they support health in those areas. So we've got documentation for the function of the genes, we've got documentation on the impact of the SNPs, and we've got documentation that says these ingredients will help.
So not only does it suggest the nutritional factors that you're going to apply, but you've already proven, or at least have strong support, that these are acceptable and can be utilized by the body.
Yes. And that's why the product works. The impact we're getting from our ingredients is even greater than the scientists had predicted who made the program. So we're even embarking on clinical trials through physicians who are joining our program so that we can actually clinically validate these impacts. We're going to have people do blood work and physical exams and then put them on the product and then measure everything at 30, 60, 90 days. And we're going to actually document very specific clinical improvements and impact on blood pressure, cholesterol, inflammation, pain management, sugar retention and conversion, and just all sorts of things. So we're going to prove that the product works.
Those results recorded. You're going to have that's going to be monumental. I mean, gosh, are you going to use computers to do most of this, or what?
Well, I mean, a lot of the clinical research has to be done the old-fashioned way. You've got to have doctors that are overseeing the data collection and the data entry, and then you need a Duke University or University of Kentucky or some medical center that's really big and established in the research world to be an impartial third party to calculate all the data and come up with the analyses and publish the reports, and then hopefully publish the studies in peer-reviewed journals. And once we have multiples of those, the FTC and FDA will allow us to use those as off-label medical claims. So we'll be able to actually, advertise that. Just as an example, if we show we can lower blood pressure for people with elevated blood pressure, we'll be able to advertise that people with SNPs on that gene with this product have demonstrated that they can lower their blood pressure. So whatever the results are of the clinical trials, as long as they're done correctly, then we're going to be able to make those claims.
What kind of study group timetables are you looking at here? Is it going to take a year to do that, or less, or more?
Yeah, it'll take 1 to 2 years, even though the data collection is only a 90-day period for each patient. The first thing is you've got to design the clinical trials in the first place. Then you got to get them through internal review boards, and then once they're approved, you've got to enroll doctors in the program. Then the doctors have got to enroll patients in the program and collect the data. Then 6, 8, 10 weeks or months later, you've gotten all this data. Then the data has to go to the third-party institution for analysis, and then as long as the outcomes are significant, statistically significant, then the studies have to be written up, then they have to be submitted to journals. The journals are going to be 2 or 3 months behind in publishing, And so there's a long process that will take 1 to 2 years. But the bottom line is, I've been involved with the program in the predecessor company for more than 10 years now, and we've had almost 50,000 people on the product already, and we've had over 400,000 months of supplements shipped. So we already know anecdotally we're going to get good outcomes. I mean, we've already experienced it. We just can't make the claims until we've done the study.
And you have any universities lined up already?
Nope. No, I mean, they're just launching the company. So all of this stuff is forward thinking. We may not be able to even begin research for 3 to 6 months. And that's just a guess on my part. I mean, this is all part of a process that's going to go on for years and years. And then it gets even more complicated because new genes and new SNPs and new ingredients are being scientifically validated all the time, which could either expand products or change the ingredients in products to make it even better, or change gene SNPs in a profile, or add gene SNPs to the profile that will make the product even better. It could entail the addition of new products. I mean, this is a company that could wind up, 10 years from now being $1 billion company with 10 different products.
Okay.
Are you? How many supplement additions are you using now? I mean, how many different supplements?
It's one product that's customized for each person. There's up to 100 ingredients that could be put in it, depending on what combination of polymorphisms you have. Now, there's almost 400 million possible combinations based just on the 18 SNPs.
Wow.
If we expand to 20, 22, 24 SNPs, now we're looking at billions of combinations.
Hey Joel, can you tell Stefan and Toby if it's the right timing, a little bit about the 35-page report?
Oh yeah, when somebody does the DNA test, the goal here is not to market DNA tests, and it's not to just give people clinical information. It's actually to give them a product that they don't have to spend months or years researching and trying to craft on their own. However, the vast majority of the people who do this program are going to want to know more about it. And so what happens is when your DNA panel is run, you get emailed a 35-page report which essentially tells you everything on the planet about those genes and those SNPs and those ingredients, and it even provides pages and pages of citations of the studies that have shown why those ingredients were chosen for those particular applications. So you get a massive amount of data, and it's written in lay terms so your average person can read it and understand it without needing multiple degrees. And the reason I can attest to that is I'm the one that wrote the action plans.
So you're not only going to get the supplements, you're going to get a 35-page report that tells you what all the supplements do and why they're selected for you.
Yep, and it tells you about what genes were selected for the panel. It tells you what the effect of the SNPs is, and then it tells you what ingredients support health in that area, and then it gives you the footnotes to the studies that shows why those ingredients were the best ingredients to support your study, to support those SNPs.
Wow, Joel, that's all my questions. That's good information. Thank you very much for that.
This is 24 years in the making. This science was launched by a PhD chemist in 1994, who is now the biochemistry chair of the Department of Biochemistry at University of Pennsylvania. And it's been 14 years of pure clinical research, 10 years of market studies, and we're now launching. I don't think there's a company on the planet with as much prequel work as this company has prior to its launch.
Wow.
And frankly, I got an MBA and 40 years experience running healthcare companies. I'm speaking from experience when I say that this is about as validated as anything on the planet.
Wow.
Very impressed, sir. Thank you.
You are very welcome.
Joel, I appreciate you. Thank you for spending.
Absolutely, Michael. Call anytime.
You got it. Thank you.
Yeah, Joe, thank you so much.
You are very welcome, gentlemen.
It's part of the culture of this company. I'm realizing everybody's such experts. They use their heart and their knowledge to help make things simple for the layperson like myself. But at the same time, I'm bringing my knowledge to you, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, well, see, the genius of this compared to other programs is we're dealing with extreme high-quality science, but technically the end user doesn't need to understand anything to benefit from it. We could put 1 million people on this product and improve their lives and extend their lives, and they would not even have to know what the words gene or DNA meant. The entire process is automated right through to the product that they take.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, Joel. Joel, thanks for your time. I'm gonna let you fly now, Toby. I hope that helps you for now. And Joel, if I need you again, I'll be calling. Thank you.
You bet. Take care, guys.
All right.
Yep, bye.
Thank you, Joel.
Bye-bye.
That was excellent. Oh, that was...
Yeah, I just wanted. I didn't want to. What's that?
You've got seriously, based on what I've heard here, you've see. I had no idea. I thought basically that this was kind of some DNA testing that we're going to throw a few supplements together. I had no idea that this was technically and scientifically so developed now. I mean, this is a 24-year study, basically, before this company's even started. This is just not a startup company. This is something well thought out and put together well, and has a lot of science to back it up. This is a monster.
Well,
that's why we're looking for the right people, and then we're going to the cream of the crop of the people that I associate with, Michael and all of them. That's why I'm proud to open it up and talk to anyone about it, no matter how deep they want to get. Look what just happened with y'all. That's amazing.
Yep, Stephen, your phone's coming in really low. Are you far away from the speaker?
Oh, yeah, I'll get a little closer.
There you go. You're coming in.
It's just a testament to everything else that's going on. That's why I'm real confident about telling Toby or anyone about this, because it runs way deeper than I can explain. But thank God we have access to everyone and information.
Well, that's the whole thing right now. Information's key, and the exchange of knowledge is key. That's why I had to put Joel on the phone. Yep. So I recorded the whole conversation, just so you know. I'm going to post it to my Facebook page with your guys' permission. I know Joel's cool with it. Are you guys cool with that?
Okay. Totally cool with that.
No problem.
Because this has been a great phone call, and I wanted to document the science for the next guy that comes along with a degree or background in science or biology or geneticism. You could tell now that you just spoke to Joel, Toby, this is a whole different game, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yep. Well, I'd love to work with you. It's super simple. I'm gonna get you all the information you need as far as all the videos. Stefan probably sent you quite a few, but I'm gonna get you all the different resources I could possibly put in one text message for you. You can copy and save that text message to show to other people if you'd like. But to get involved, Toby, it's really simple. The only thing we didn't talk about on this call was what it takes to get started. It's literally only $159 to get one kit if you only want to order one kit. It's $99 to register your kit because the company gives you a $100 coupon if you order now. And then it's $159 a month when your DNA nutrition product comes to your front door. You can choose to get it every month, or you can order whenever you want, auto ship versus non-auto ship. There's no contracts, nothing locks you in. But if you're really, Toby, if you're looking at rolling up your sleeves with me and Stefan, and you're as excited as I think you are after this call, then you want to look at the 3-pack, the 5-pack, and the 10-pack. And the company will sell multiple kits to someone who wants to do it as a business, because if you're anything like me, the first 10 kits were gone in the blink of an eye. So you can order a 10-pack, meaning you get the kits. The kits are coded to you. There's a sticker on the bottom that if you sell your kit to a friend locally or a colleague locally, they pay you the $160, the full retail price for the kit. And then you sell it to them and they register their kit. When they register, it goes directly to Toby's website. So all your kits are registered to you, and then you get credit for the sale and everything that happens from that point forward. The 10 kits, $1,200. The 5 kits around $600 or $700, and the 3 kits around $400, somewhere in that range. The bigger kit you choose, the bigger discount you get. You get a 25% discount if you buy the 10-pack. If you buy the 5-pack, you get a 20% discount. If you buy the 3-pack, you get a 15% discount. So the company encourages you to do the bigger packs so you can go out there and get more customers quicker and actually put a little pressure on yourself to go out there and build the business. But that's kind of the psychology behind the marketing side of things. You could do a 1-pack and people can order from your website all day long, but there's just massive value of going all in and getting this thing ready to roll. I don't know where you're at. I don't force people. Yeah.
Put it in someone's hands one way, too. Put it right into someone's hands by having it. I'd love to have that opportunity, but then you don't have to wait.
That's right. That's exactly right. It's just the speed of the business. I've got close to 300 people in my network right now. Stefan's one of them. I think it's going to grow to 3,000 people pretty quickly. And I think the people that hear about this between now and let's say June are some of the luckiest people in the world, because right now we've got first mover advantage. We're the first people in the world that know about it. There's probably less than 200 people in the state of Florida that know about this. I'm not even joking. There's probably less than 200 people that have signed up in the whole state of Florida. And if you guys know anything about Florida, it's one of the network marketing capitals of our country. So Florida is going to explode. I just brought on a couple partners from South Carolina that are heading down to Florida to sign up some of their friends. But there's a couple things here. There's tremendous science to a crazy level. But then there's the business opportunity that a lot of people have been waiting a lifetime for. I'm one of them.
Yeah, I'm one of them. Great
I
job.
don't have any problem. Could you give me the information on the different package bundles?
I sure can. Yeah, I can. You can see them when you go right to Stefan's website. All you do is click on the get started, and you sign. It's $39 one time for a membership to be able to become a nutritionist. You pay that yearly, just $39.95. It gives you all your websites. It also gives you our brand new app for free. It gives you a contact management system built into the app with autoresponders, lead capture, funnels are coming soon for free. The company's providing all the marketing and resources for free with Üforia. It's crazy because they should be charging money, but they're not. But if you simply just go to Stefan's website, you can look at the packages. You'll see what comes in them, how much they cost, etc.
Still there?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. We're here.
Right here.
So, let's make this happen.
Okay, Stefan, you know how I despise even working on a website. You know that.
Yes.
So you just tell me where to go and how to sign up and everything, and I'll do it.
You got it, Toby. Thank you.
Sounds good. Toby, if you want to do it now, I can walk you through it. I have 20 minutes before my next appointment, if that's something you want to do.
Oh, that would be great.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah.
You got it. Stefan, do you know what your website name is?
Good question. I was going to ask you because remember, it might just be my Stefan Gaines, with Üforia, but I'm not 100%. I can't get on my phone because I'm on the phone.
I can get it for you.
Is it in the backlog?
I can get it for you right now. Yeah, but why don't you do this? Let me kind of do some teaching while Toby's on the phone. Can you log into your back office for me?
I'll do it right now.
Okay, you log in. I'll log in at the same time, and then I'll tell you what your site name is and all the information you need.
Okay.
I can log in. I can see what you probably didn't change your referral code name. I'm going to teach you how to do that so Toby can hear it too.
No. I'm so new. Okay. Let's see. Üforia. I know it was working quite well on my phone. I'm trying to put it on my PC. You see that I got an app that's on my phone, but I don't want to get disconnected. So I'm going to go to my computer.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Toby, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, if you're in front of a computer or on the phone, just go to Stefan Gaines. www.stefangaines.feel Üforia.
F-E-E-L.
F-E-E-L, yeah, like feel. So I'm going to do it with you.
I got Stefan Gaines. That's it.
Okay, Stefan Gaines dot feel
Oh,
Euphoria, UFORIA.com.
All right. After Stephen Gaines, are you saying steel or what?
No, feel like
like you feel something. Feeling good. How you feel?
Frank.
Oh, feel.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, STEPHN. Yep.
Feel.
Euphoria. And that's UFORIA.com.
Yes. Okay. Stephen Gaines, feel, euphoria.com.
Yeah, but did you put the dot after Stephen Gaines?
Yes.
Yeah, you got it. That's the site. Stefan, I'm going to recommend you change your site name. It's too long
Okay.
because you're going to have a lot of people misspell it, and even intelligent people are going to misspell Stefan or Gaines. They're going to mess it up. So,
Okay.
Toby, if you want to do it real slow, I'll give it to you letter by letter.
Just a minute.
Okay.
I got it running here. Let me see. Okay. I put in www.stephen, S-T-E-P-H-E-N, Gaines, G-A-I-N-E-S, feel,
Nope. Dot.
F-E-E-L.
You got to put the dot after Stephen Gaines.
Well, you asked me that earlier, and I said yes, and obviously I didn't.
That's okay. Yeah, with this company, instead of a /, I forget what they call that, we put the name before the site. The Stephen Gaines .feeleuphoria.com. There's 2 dots.
All right, so after Stephen Gaines, there's no dot, though, correct?
After Stephen Gaines, there's a dot. 1 dot.
I got it. Feel Euphoria.
.com. Toby, what's your phone number?
It's 321-453-3848.
Yeah. Okay, mine is up. Got it. 15 games. Euphoria.com. Yeah, that's my website. Perfect.
Yep.
Looks beautiful. I had to do it a couple times too, Toby. Once I put in that Euphoria.com, boom, you got it. I'm looking at it.
And make sure you spell euphoria right. It's not spelled the normal way. It's spelled just UFORIA.
Yeah, UFORIA. UFORIA. Man, Joel is amazing.
Joel's amazing. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, that kind of quality people, I love it. And just the information, 24 years, the 10, 14 years peer review, the 10 years in the market, I'm like, yeah, they've been preparing to come out super ready.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Oh, yeah. You good, Toad?
I'm still here. I'm still talking.
We able to breathe up?
No. Gosh, I didn't think we'd have to go letter by letter.
So, yeah.
Stefan, do me a favor. Do a group text message with me and Toby, would you please?
Feel is F-E-E-L, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Like feeling good.
And then it's .com after that.
Yep. You got to put Euphoria after the feel, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel
www.stephengaines.feeleuphoria.com.
That's it. Yep.
That's it. That's it.
Then here's what comes up for me. We found Stephen Gaines. Let me see. Gaines. No, this is not coming up. And when I hit it, it says, sorry, the page you're looking for does not exist or is not available. We performed a web search for Stephen Gaines, and it gives me all kinds of Stephen Gaines Facebook stuff.
No, you're just typing something wrong. You're just going to a wrong site. Just wipe that out. Let's do it letter by letter, okay?
Yeah, because I had to do it a couple of times for some reason and it just kicked on.
No, it's going to work fine, guys. Let's just do it letter by letter. And Stefan, this is because he might be spelling your name wrong, and he doesn't even know that he spelled it wrong because it's so damn long. All those letters put together makes it very confusing. So.
Well, I'll go in and I'll shorten it to make it real simple for the next one.
That's right. Yeah. I'll show you.
Stephen Gaines.
Yeah, let's do it together.
S-T-E-P-H-E-N.
Yep.
STEPHENGAINES.
All right.
And then a dot.
Dot. Feel F-E-E-L. Euphoria. UFORIA.com.
Spell Euphoria again?
UFORIA.
Oh, that's my problem.
Yeah, that's what we thought.
Yeah, I knew it was either your last name or Euphoria. Yep.
Yeah.
Now we should be good, guys.